Welcome to Wildix Workforce 5 phone training. My name is Ash, and today we will be covering the advanced functionality of the phone. You will learn call handling dependent on call type, changing your status, call forwarding, and more. To make a call, all you need to do is put in the phone number or extension. Here I can type in a phone number, and when ready, simply click the send button. You can also pick up the handset and it will start making a call. Once the call goes through, when you are connected, the timer will start counting down, indicating that you're in a call. If you want to put yourself on mute, there's a mute button right here. When you press it, it turns blue, indicating that no sound on your end of the call is coming through. When you're in a call, you can transfer, put the call on hold, and there's a more button for more options. Let's talk about transfer. If I wanted to transfer this call, you click transfer, and you can put in the extension or phone number here. So if I wanted to transfer this call to, let's say, an extension here, I put in the phone number and press trans, and the call will transfer over. If you want to make a call, you can also lift up the handset and start dialing. If you make a mistake, you can click on the delete button and start going through using the circular button up and down to find the right person that you want to call. So for example, if I wanted to call back a number, I can click send and it will make a call to that number. If I want to put this call on hold, there's a hold button right here. When the call's on hold, you can tell that it's on hold because it will have a hold symbol right at the bottom right. There will also be a line key which will be flashing. This indicates that you are in a call, but it is on hold. To take it off of hold, either click resume, or when you click hold and the line starts blinking, click on the blinking line button to pick it back up. When you put a call on hold, it's on hold on your phone and your phone alone. Nobody can pick up that call unless they were to actually go to your phone and pick it up. If you want to put the call on park, that will put the call on hold on every phone and they would be able to see it. Here's how you do it. One of the buttons on the screen of your phone should say park. If you're in a call and you press the park button, then the call gets put on park. You can see the name of the caller as well as their phone number on the park. If I want to pick it up, I can simply press the park button and pick up the handset so it won't be on speakerphone. The line will stay a solid blue color when you have an active call. Under more, you can choose new. This will allow you to make a new call. If I wanted to, I can press new, and you can see the initial call is put on hold. From here, I can dial a second number and manage more than one call at once. Otherwise, if I click cancel, here I am in this call, and I can resume the call, take it off of hold. Under more, there's conference. To conference a call, what you would do is press conf. Once you press conf, you dial the second person that you want to add into the conference call. Once the call is picked up, you'll notice here are the two calls. The first one is put on hold. Here's the second call. I can switch between them and take this one off of hold, or if I wanted to start the conference, simply click conf one more time and you'll notice that both of the individuals are in the conference. From here, you can click manage to choose contacts and either choose to mute, hold, or remove them from the conference. You can also put the conference on hold as a whole, or if you click more, you can split the call into two individual calls. When you split the conference call into two calls, you can choose which one you want to talk to and or click cancel to hang up on one of the calls. From here, I can either click resume or the blinking line to pick that call right back up from hold. Cancel is effectively the same thing as hanging up. If I were to click cancel, then this call would be hung up on, same as if I put the handset on the receiver. On the screen of the phone, you'll notice that you have a line key, which is where you can see your current calls. You also might have programmed speed dial. There's a page 1, 2, and 3. So if you don't see a particular speed dial, you can hover over to the next page. If I wanted to give a call out to any of these individuals, I can simply click on their name. So for example, if I wanted to call this person, if I click on their name, it will automatically make a call over speaker. Simply pick up the handset and it will no longer be on speaker.
That's good.
Okay. I have the history feature here as one of the buttons when you're not in a call. This will show all the calls that you have made, received, and missed. You can tell what kind of call they are by looking at the arrow. If the arrow goes out of the phone, it is a call that you have made. If it goes into the phone, it's a call that you've received. You can use the up and down feature on this circular pad to go through your calls and choose to call them back. You can also view details of that call. For example, how long the call lasted, what number was dialed, and what time the call was placed. From here, you can choose dial to call them right back, or you can choose back to go back to your history. Or you can also choose missed. Missed will filter just missed calls, so you can choose a missed call, scroll over to them, and dial them back. The missed will change to all, so if you click all, it will revert to the original view, where you can see outgoing, incoming, and missed calls. Click back, and you'll be back to the home screen. Phone book. If you want to go through your phone book contacts, the second button will go through the phone system contacts, any contacts that you have added personally, and you can also filter by colleagues, personal, or any other phone books that you have. I'm going to filter by colleagues. This shows me just the individuals on the phone system as well as their status. If you see a red circle, that means that the contact is on Do Not Disturb. If they are green, that means that they are online. If they are gray, that just means that that extension may be plugged in, but they are not using the app. I can again go to any contact, click dial or detail, and or filter through my contact. If I click exit, I'll go back to the main screen. If I wanted to access my voicemails, on the left-hand side is an envelope button. If I click this, it will prompt me to enter my password. Once you enter your password, you'll see a list of your voicemails in front of you. You can use the circular up and down to go through your voicemails. Click play and pick up the handset if you want it to play over your handset. Otherwise, it will play over speaker. Again, when you go into your voicemail menu, you can also dial them back, click on info, and see when that message was left, the duration, and choose to forward it to someone. If you choose forward to, all you would need to do is put in the extension or extension. So for example, if I wanted to transfer this voicemail to extension 7315 and 714, I would just need to split them by putting a star between the two. So enter the extension or extensions with a star between them. When you click enter, the voicemail will be forwarded to those extensions. Otherwise, you can hit back. Please note that when you forward a voicemail, you can only forward voicemails to people within the phone system. You cannot forward voicemails to outside numbers. Feature is found on the button above the voicemail key. It looks like a book and it takes you to your phone book. Again, you can scroll through it, view detail, filter, or exit to go back to the main menu. If you have a headset, the very top right icon, when you click it, will integrate with the headset. It will light up blue, meaning that it's active, and from here I can make a call and then use my headset to pick up or answer the call. The third button is the redial key. When you click it, it will redial the very last number that you called and or the number that called you. Simply pick it up off of the handset cradle. Otherwise, you will be automatically over speaker. Again, you have the same functions here as you did before, where you can transfer, hold, cancel or hang up, mute, conference, and more. I can go ahead and click cancel and it will hang up on that call. Other options that you have. When you are not in a call, the volume button will determine the volume of the ringer. If you want it louder or quieter, you can adjust the volume accordingly. When you're in a call, the volume will control the volume of the call. Simply pick up the handset and adjust the volume accordingly. If you dial a number and click on the speaker button, then the call will automatically go through over speakerphone. So let's see. I have the same call functionality here. If you want to press cancel, or if you press the lit up speakerphone button, it will hang up on the call. The star has a do not disturb icon next to it. If you hold down the star key, it will put you or take you off of do not disturb. When you are available, the icon at the very top left screen of the screen will be green. If you hold down on the star button, then the icon will change to a red no. This means that you are on do not disturb and all calls that come into your direct number or extension will go directly to voicemail. Under features, which is the third button when you are not in a call on the screen, you can choose your status. For example, if you want to set yourself to do not disturb, away, or available, you can do so from here. If I choose do not disturb and click save, then I can tell that I'm do not disturb because the icon at the very top left will change. Again, under features, you can choose a status until, and you can set, for example, until 1 p.m. on this date, it will show do not disturb. Call features for call types can be changed through the phone. So for example, when I go to call type and choose internal, external list, or whitelist, I can choose what happens. Internal is for extension to extension dialing. External is for calls made and received from outside of the phone system. A blacklist and whitelist are like block lists and allow lists that can be set on the system. For now, let's go to internal. Here, I can choose what happens when a call comes in. You can choose to forward a call, either when you're busy or if you don't answer, or for all. You can choose call waiting or mobility. You can also change your ringtone. For example, if you want to have a different ringtone for calls that come in extension to extension, then you can change it under the features, call type, and choose the appropriate internal call type. Then go all the way down to ringtone and change it appropriately. Again, under features and call type, you can also choose what happens when you receive a call from outside of the system, and depending on which status you're at, you can choose what happens. For example, no answer. If I were to modify this and turn it on, I can choose to call forward no answer either to voicemail or put in a phone number. This means that if I don't answer the call, currently it's set to go to voicemail, but I can choose to have it go to an extension or outside number. Under features, you can also choose call forwarding. You can turn on call forwarding either busy, no answer, or all. If you want, you can turn on all call forwarding and you can choose an outside number so that any calls that come in here will go into an outside number. We recommend using the mobile app instead of forwarding calls to your cell phone. That way you can make and take calls through the mobile app that look like they're coming from work. Towards the bottom, you'll see ringtone. This changes your ringtone for any incoming call unless you set it otherwise in your call preferences. Here, you can go through ringtones, listen to them, and choose modify. Once I choose modify, my ringtone will change to that ringtone. Go back and you'll be back in the menu. Under menu, you can also change things, for example, the backlight. So you can choose more or less of a backlight. You can choose how long it waits until the backlight turns off. Under audio, you can choose your talk, mic, ring volume, and choose Bluetooth pairing if you have a Bluetooth headset. If you are in a menu and you want to go back to the main screen, you can always click on the home button and it will return you back to the main screen. If you liked the video, please be sure to like and subscribe for more updates from Cady Business Technologies. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks again for watching.